Hey everybody, welcome to eChannelNews again. We've got Aron Waisman. He's the VP of Sales of Synergy Associates, and they got a really cool value proposition that we're going to dig into for the channel community. Aron, welcome, man. How are you doing?
Great, great, Julian. Thank you for having me. We're excited to be here.
Well, let's just jump right into this. Give me a bit of the background history of Synergy Associate.
Yeah, so that's a great question because we have been in business for a long time. So 26 years, Synergy
Oh,
Associates has been around, and even before that, our CEO was in the industry. But Synergy has been working with HPE and Dell for many years. And then, more recently, HPE Aruba also has been acquired, and then Juniper is going to come into the play too, and we'll have those products here soon. But we specialize in being a distributor.
mhm.
Our contracts with HPE and Dell are for distribution only, and we're able to bring kind of some unique opportunities to our customers, resellers, VARs, MSPs, a lot of different customers, by offering them products that you normally cannot get in the market. These are like recertified products on the Dell side. These are products that have been canceled or mid-build. There's been a change and they have to be stopped in the production, and then Dell can't put those back on the shelves, and we actually are able to get those products at a deep discount and pass on those savings to our customers. We also configure those orders to order too, so we're able to get those systems back in our warehouse and then in our factory, and we break them down and rebuild them to the specifications that our customers want. We do that on the Dell side, and we also do the same thing on the HPE side. On the HPE side, it's a little different, where we're able to get new products and also the renew products, which are the canceled orders, the demo orders, and those type of things. So we're different than some of the big disties. We don't tend to, even want to compete with the big disties. We understand a lot of customers are going to go with those guys, but there's going to be a lot of opportunities for us to help our customers out to get more deals won and at great margins, right? So the products, we have a certain amount of product that we're able to get our hands on and really help save customers money and the end users that value also.
I get it, man. You guys are like the knight in shining armor, right, for some of these vendors, right? Because
For sure, for
stuff
sure.
happens, right? And the market changes, shifts. I'm pretty sure now in the AI world, it's probably going to shift even faster than we even know. And look, the beneficiaries are those, end customers, right? Who's looking at saving some money. There's a bit of a stall in the refresh because of economic uncertainty and geopolitical whatever, and so people are saying like, "Hey, man, do we need to spend that money there, or do we just
Exactly.
invest it in AI?" Right? And now they can maybe balance it a little bit better, right?
Exactly, exactly. And another thing that, big benefit is our time to value, right? We're able to get quotes out very quickly. We're able to get systems out very quickly within 24 hours if need be, right? So we have a lot of customers coming to us. They're completely down. They need servers right away. We're able to get those systems out within 24 hours, sometimes 48 hours if it's a complex build, which, you really can't get in other places. So that's unique. And keep in mind, all these systems carry OEM warranties, right? There's no third party warranties. These are actual OEM warranties. So Dell Pro Support, Dell Basic, 7x24, whatever warranties you want on these, on the HPE, the care packs are exactly the same. You're going to get the HPE. Tech support issues, you're going to be calling the OEMs, right? So these are not refurbished. We do not sell anything that's refurbished in a complete build, right? We do have parts that are refurbished. If it's an older gen that you can't get new anymore, we will have those parts too. But our complete builds, CTO builds, are going to carry 100% OEM warranties from the manufacturers.
I get it, man. It's a valuable additional resource for the channel community, and in a way, Aaron, it even plays in the sustainability factor, right?
Exactly. I'm
More
glad you brought
redundant
that up.
stuff, right? That still got incredible use, and you're finding a way to market those things. So, and there's a lot of customers, man, who are thinking
Hmm.
about the sustainability factor, and this is a great play for that, right?
Exactly. Exactly. I appreciate you bringing that up because that is a big part of our business. And there's more and more countries and more companies that are adding more sustainability products to their inventory. In Europe, for example, a lot of countries, 30% of their inventory needs to be recertified product, right? So that's probably coming to Canada, probably coming to the U.S. one of these days, and we're ahead of the game in that, and we're helping keep a lot of systems out of areas where they shouldn't be, right, and back in the hands of companies that are able to use these products.
Man, it should be every country. It's just kind of obvious. It always bothers me when the lowest hanging fruit, we could just do something to fix problems. And we just say, nah, let's just, move on. It doesn't make sense, but everybody should be having this policy. I love it already, man.
I agree. That's great.
Let's double click on the channel. So you're doing this, you figured out a way through this, right? You've got this inventory and solutions for these MSPs. How do you work with these MSPs? And channel partners in general, bars?
Yeah, well, great. So in Canada, specifically, right now we've been pretty reactive, right? We are now really starting to get into the Canada market. We have employees within Canada. We even have an account with the Royal Bank of Canada, and so we're really starting to be proactive with getting in front of the channel market, right? And as we continue to get involved in more expos and more webinars and interviews by eChannelNews, those type of things, we're really getting the ball rolling, and customers see the value, right? The resellers, MSPs, VARs, they're all seeing the value that we bring to them and to their customers, right? We're another tool in their tool belt to help them sell more and to help them, help their end users out more. And so, as we continue to grow within Canada, we'll continue to, to market to more resellers. But right now, we're being pretty tactful in how we approach it. We don't want to grow too much too quick. And so you'll see us at some expos. You'll see us visiting some of the larger VARs, larger resellers within Toronto area for the most part at this point, and also word of mouth and our marketing play. We're sending out emails to the contacts we currently have in Canada, and we're getting great feedback. The feedback has been phenomenal so far, and we're piggybacking off of the success that we have in the U.S. and bringing that to Canada. There's a number of resellers, large resellers in the U.S. that have Canada presence also, and so that's been easy to kind of get our foot in the door with those teams, because the U.S. teams love us so much. They're telling their Canadian counterparts, hey, you guys need to use Synergy Associates because they're really helping us close a lot more business. So so far it's been great, and we expect that to continue to grow in 2026.
Well, right on. But don't forget, Aron, even though we do cover 100% of the Canadian channel, we have 60,000 channel partners in the U.S. that subscribe and watch what we do. So it's everywhere. So distribution sometimes, man, large distributors can be a little bit difficult to deal with. And when you're focused on what you're doing right now, right, you're doing just this, it becomes much easier. So I would assume life at the Synergy Associates is completely streamlined, right? Where there's no jumping through hoops. It's like, you want this, here it is, let's go. How streamlined, how polished is it?
It's very streamlined, and I'm actually in Seattle, Washington right now, visiting with customers, getting their feedback, asking how we can do better. The feedback is always phenomenal. They love working with us. We're old school where we need to be old school. And we have some ways we do business that customers absolutely love. And one thing is we have one phone number during the day that our customers call into, and someone will answer that phone. We do not have voicemail during the day.
Oh my God.
We hear from our customers when they dealing with some of the other disties that, it's so hard to get a hold of my sales rep. It takes weeks, a week sometime to get a quote. We really value the best in class that we have, and answering the phones during the day is critical. Getting quotes out in minutes is what we pride ourselves on. And every once in a while there's going to be a build that is very complex that could take a little bit longer, but we're going to let you know, hey, this one we're not going to be able to get out within the next 20 minutes. It might take an hour for me to get this quote out, but we will get quotes out same day, almost 100% of the time, right? And that's something that our customers really value also. And then having being a stocking distributor, we're able to get products out very quickly.
Hmm.
Even some of the hard to find, parts where we have access to them or we have them in our warehouse ready to ship out right away. So, we pride ourselves in being best in class and customer experience. I came from Dell, where customer experience is very important, and I'm bringing that, to Synergy, which it already was instilled, right?
Hmm.
Any of our current customers that deal with us already, have given me that feedback that it's amazing how quickly you guys respond, how well you guys know the product, and we want to be that trusted advisor, right? We've got a number of employees, and sales employees, and operations that have been here for 20 plus years, and
Well,
so that expertise really helps.
at the end of the day, you're building like a solid trust factor, right? You're becoming
Exactly.
stickier. Like no one wants to deal with organizations that is just don't deliver. What you say you do, you better do what you say you do, type thing, right? And
Hmm.
having that level of confidence. So I mean, that's a
Yeah.
great trust builder attitude. When you've got the OEMs behind you too, so you're not just buying the stuff off of somebody's truck, right? Don't want
No.
that analogy, right? But you know,
Yeah. No.
you've got an OEM relationships, and you've got that power behind you as well.
Yeah. That we have more experience in our with our engineers than I've seen in many companies that are much larger than us, right? So we deal with the OEMs on a daily basis. We report all our sales back to the OEMs with Dell on a weekly basis, and then with HPE on a daily basis. And we have a really good relationship with the engineers on their side, and they have really good relationship with the engineers on our side because we are configuring the systems to order in almost every case, right? So we need to make sure that there's no engineering issues on the Dell or the HPE side when we're configuring these. And so we're constantly talking to the OEMs about our builds, how they're working. They're giving us the same information. Hey, we've got some engineering issues with this type of configuration. Heads up. And so that type of working relationship is very rare, and we take pride in having those relationships with the OEM.
100%. Look, man, distribution is a complex business, right? I mean, these days you've got SaaS companies, cloud distributors. I mean, it's just gone a little bit crazy, to say the least. And AI is sprinkled in there. That's changing
Hmm.
the game even further. When you back up, what are some of the lessons you're seeing, in the distribution world, that maybe you guys are avoiding or improving on?
I mean, the biggest thing is the relationship building that we have with our customers.
Hmm.
We've seen over the years, distribution changing from being that trusted advisor to just being someone who can provide some parts and whatnot or systems, and
Yeah.
we really want to hold on to being that trusted advisor. We get on calls with our customers and their end users all the time, and you don't hear that very often, and so we want to continue to have that relationship with the resellers, no matter what size they are, right? We deal from a one person shop to these huge $1 billion resellers, and every one of them we will be that trusted advisor. We will take the time to make sure that we're getting the end user exactly what they need, and we will make those recommendations if the reseller is not sure exactly what the customer needs. We step in. We'll even get our engineers to get on the phone with the end users, with the IT directors, and help them make sure that they're making the best choice and the right choice.
Man, that's a huge, human footprint there, my friend. Most people shy away from that. We're moving into this hyper automated world where
Hmm.
humans don't talk to humans anymore. And I agree with you, man. For as long as we still have humans buying stuff, right? It's a P2P world, man. It's a
Yep,
people to
for
people
sure,
world.
for
So
sure.
people are afraid of how technology is going to improve. And as a matter of fact, I had a chat with leadership in a world that's hyper automated. Like, how do you lead humans in a world where it's hyper automated, where your job could be automated? And yeah, you'll do something else, but what? You know what I mean? I would add, but that's a new conversation, my friend. Let's jump into the future of the channel. Let's talk about what do you see the channel for you, particularly in Canada, since you're expanding over here.
Hmm.
What do you want? What's your vision? What do you see happening?
I mean, the channel continues to be a big part of the environment, right? I mean, especially on the HPE side, they rely very heavily on the channel, and working with distributors, they're going to have to continue to have those relationships, right? And so the end users really want that trusted advisor. They really want those relationships to help them in the long run, right? And so the channel is going to continue to grow. I think there's a great great amount of companies out there that are doing the right thing, and we want to just help them as much as possible, help their end users become as as strong as they can with, as you said, it's such a rapidly changing environment with AI and acquisitions and new products and there's so much going on, especially in 2026. It's going to be interesting. And so keeping those relationships very strong from the end user to the reseller to the distie is going to be, more important than ever here in the near future. And I think we've got a stronghold on that. And I think we've got a great business model that really strengthens that type of relationship that's going to be needed in the near future.
So you do a lot of configurations, obviously. Do you do things like asset tagging as well for the companies?
Well, in terms of what exactly, we do. So on the HPE side, they have a product number. On the Dell side, there's service tag, and we're able to upgrade both. Both on the HPE side and on the Dell side, both internal components and also the service contracts too, right?
Right.
So, yeah, and service extensions. So we have another thing that we do a lot of is extend those service contracts. Even if they weren't purchased from us, we can extend any product on the HPE side and on the Dell side as long as they haven't expired in terms of their service contract. On the HPE side, it's been expired for more than 45 days. We'll have to get them a third-party maintenance contract, but within those 45 days, both on the Dell side and the HPE side, we're able to extend those contracts. And again, going back to what I said earlier, we're able to get those quotes for those service extensions very quickly, right? And we've got a team that does that. That's and we're able to get those quotes back to our customers, within minutes in most cases, depending on the build. But usually it's very quickly, and we're able to help them out right away, right? Whereas can't say that for most other companies. It could take a lot longer than that, and so that's why many of the resellers use us exclusively for all their service extensions.
Right on. I mean, look, adding the service extensions as well when they're expired and all that stuff is really another game changer as well. It saves people time trying to figure out what to do next, dealing with another third party company when there's a problem. You know what happens, man, when you deal with other companies. It's never their fault, right? It's always the person before or the person beside, right? You get the last word here, my friend. What do you want these channel partners to know about Synergy Associates and why they should start knocking on your door?
Yeah, so that's a great question, Julian. I appreciate you asking that because we've got a lot of value, can add a lot of value to the channel. Again, being that trusted advisor is the biggest thing we like to make sure they understand is that we're going to be there for them. We're only going to deal with resellers. We don't go to the end users directly. That's our contracts dictate we cannot do that. We're going to stand by our contracts with HPE and Dell, and we will help them throughout their processes, right? And we'll be stepping in wherever we need to help them sell more, make the purchase as easy for them and their end users. Once customers start using us in the channel, they continue to use us. Very rarely do we have a customer that comes to us, we help them out, and then we don't hear from them again. And it's because our processes are great. Our systems are phenomenal. The industry DOA rate on servers is 1%, right? With us, it's 1/10 of 1%. And the reason is because we take that time to test each and every component. We test the unit before it ships out. We'll even update the firmware before it ships out, and we'll make sure it's packaged and ready to, be deployed as best possible. And so, there's a lot of little things that we do that customers don't really realize that really make a big difference. From answering the phones, like I said earlier, to getting quotes out within minutes, to having the OEM warranties that we're able to extend and we're able to get them at a very good price. And then, just our relationship building and all that really says a lot about, how we care about our customers.
Look, absolutely, man. I think you're a really great extension of the channel, right? I mean, all the channel
Hmm.
partners want at the end of the day is deliver an efficient, great outcome, to their customers with no grief. You know what I mean?
Yep,
It's minimize
exactly.
the grief, up the quality, do the things you said, like moving from 1% to like point, one
Yep,
is a big thing, right? I mean, we always say it sounds very small, but that point nine, it's a bit of an aggravation if you can remove that. Um,
exactly.
Aaron, looks like you're doing a lot of great stuff, man, and I hope the channel community kind of picks up on it because they need to solve the problem. And logistics of moving hardware products from point A to point B is not that easy, and moving
Hmm.
it back from point A to point B is even harder. From point B to point A, I mean. So you want to make sure you get it right the first round, right? Um, Website address for them to learn more is what?
Yeah, it's synllc.com. So synllc.com, obviously www.
Yeah.
Before that, and then we have both. There is a Canadian site that we have also through that. I think you can also do /Canada, and I think it'll go right to the Canada site. Um, but
We'll put it in the link.
synllc.com will get us to our site, and Jen has done a great job of updating our site. So some really cool stuff that you can pull right off the site, and believe there might be some videos and some other things that really allow our customers to understand exactly what we do.
Well, there you have it, folks. An introduction to Synergy Associates. Looks like they've got a really great value prop for channel partners. And all the best, man. Keep us progressed. We'll keep talking
Certainly.
about how you guys are progressing in industry. More to come. All right.
Excellent. Julian, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Cheers.
Thanks for having us today.